Hello everybody and welcome back to Album of the Week. This is the series where I talk about an album that you should go listen to right now, and this week's Album of the Week is Moon Music by Coldplay. So Moon Music's story actually starts all the way back in 2021 when Coldplay released their first in a trilogy of kind of space-themed albums called Music of the Spheres, and in 2021, when Music of the Spheres came out, it was not very good. In fact, I think, and I'm pretty sure this is kind of the consensus with a lot of Coldplay fans, that album was the worst Coldplay album yet. As of today, you know, we haven't seen the third in the trilogy or the final album, but we can safely say that Music of the Spheres 1 was pretty bad. It was very bland, very formulaic, very not good. And except Coloratura and Humankind, those are the two songs that I will defend. But basically, ever since then, people are like, oh, this album sucks. We gotta wait for the next one. And so Volume 2 took a long time. The original plan was that Coldplay were going to retire this year with their final album. They were going to be done making studio albums. That has not come to fruition. And in 2022, we were supposed to get, 2023, we were supposed to get Volume 2 of Music of the Spheres. And then 2024, we were supposed to get Volume 3. And in 2025, we were supposed to get the final Coldplay album, which was just going to be called Coldplay, self-titled. And that did not end up happening. It was 2024, and we only have Volume 2 up to now. So that plan is, I think, pretty much been shelved. So for a while, Coldplay were actually on tour promoting Music of the Spheres 1, and they said that while, you know, in between breaks and in between legs of the tour, they would actually record some stuff, write some new stuff, and every now and then you would get these little snippets and little bits and little news about, oh, the album's coming this year, or it's going to be coming out in May, or, you know, this or that or this. And we finally got Moon Music in October 2024, and we were kind of expecting this to come out in, you know, early 2023, but that did not happen, so it took a while, but eventually we got there. And I can say very confidently that Music of the Spheres, in my opinion, is definitely a step up from Music of the Spheres. Now, Music of the Spheres 1 is a pretty low bar, but Moon Music, I think, is a dramatic improvement. Even if the lyrics on Music of the Spheres or Moon Music is really, really bad, I do think a lot of the instrumentation is far more organic, far more inspired this time around. Like, for example, the opening track, Moon Music, the title track itself, is this very orchestral John Hopkins sort of thing, and then it has this classic Chris Martin piano melody, very somber, very bittersweet, very melancholy, and it's really, really good. It's probably, in my opinion, tied for the best song on the album. Next follows up Feels Like I'm Falling in Love, which was kind of the lead single of Moon Music, and it's okay. It's grown on me. At first I thought, it's alright, but after hearing it in context with the album, I think it's actually a pretty okay, decent song. I like it. And then you have We Pray, which is probably like the My Universe of this album. We Pray is very clearly designed to try and be this big pop, hip-hop rap song, and it's just not very good. I really, really don't like it. It's not my wheelhouse, but maybe you like it. If you like hip-hop stuff, it's more for you. The other songs include Good Feelings, which is just a decent pop song. As you know, Coldplay has taken a more pop edge as they've evolved in like the 2010s, but I definitely think that Good Feelings, even with its horrible lyrics, has some really bad lyrics. Even with the bad lyrics, I think Good Feelings is definitely in the upper 50 of or in the upper 50% of the kind of good Coldplay pop songs. Next you have Alien Hits, Alien Radio, which is that rainbow emoji, which I think it's actually very good. It's very experimental, and Chris Martin did say in the Zane Lowe Apple Music interview that that's going to be kind of a teaser for the next thing that they do. So if we get more of the stuff that's on Alien Hits, Alien Radio, I'm into that. One of the standout tracks for me is definitely I Am a Mountain. I think this song is like Viva La Vida and Death and All His Friends-esque. You know, like the song Death and All His Friends from Viva La Vida. It's basically like the little sister song to Death and All His Friends, and I think it's pretty good. I wish it was longer because it's kind of short, but it's very, very much that 2008 era style Coldplay kind of coming back. And I think it's really, really good. So anyways, guys, that's my album of the week. Hopefully you've heard maybe Moon Music already. If you have, what do you think about it? Please let me know. And if you haven't heard it, I definitely recommend it. For if you were like, oh my god, Music of the Spheres is terrible, it sucks, and you haven't heard Moon Music, I would actually give it a chance, because there's definitely 2 or 3 songs in there that I think some old players would actually really, really enjoy. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Album of the Week, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.